What's up everybody, this is Saber and welcome back to StarMade Ship Reviews. Now in case you aren't familiar, this is the series where I grab ships from the StarMade website, or I oftentimes have them sent to me directly by the creators, and I do a quick review of them. I do a aesthetic review, I do some ship systems testing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now the thing is though that I've never seen any of these ships before. I don't look at any images of them, I don't watch any videos on them, I don't even usually let people tell me about them. So everything that you're going to see is going to be a first reaction from me. And yeah, that's pretty much the premise of the show. So anyway, hope you enjoy, and I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the first ship. Alright, so the first ship today is going to be the Aether class starfighter, and this was sent in by Blurb 357. So it looks like it's a fairly small design, which is kind of refreshing because I've been getting a lot of big ships lately that are they take a while to do reviews on. So I'm guessing this is a, well, starfighter is in the name, but looks like it's kind of a scout ship or something like that. Something fairly small and nimble. One of the only things though that I would say, at least for the exterior, he did do some nice detailing in how he changed up the depth of his hull on the sides here. One thing though is that it's very flat looking as far as like, well actually no, both the top and the front and the back of it, this whole cowling here is just, it has a very flat shape to it, and just having that white line kind of reinforces that. So it'd be nice to see it kind of flow a little more into the design, like maybe have more of a curve that flows into that, and more of a curve that flows into that too, into that little middle part. Just kind of something to break up how flat it appears to be, because it's a very flat sort of cowling that he's got around this thing. It doesn't match quite as well as you know, all the changes in depth that he has in here. Got some nice details though. Got a pretty interesting little switch between the ice and lava right there. So since it's so small, which is nice, I'm gonna go ahead and try and find my way inside, which I think should be somewhere around here. And by here, I mean totally not here. This happens every time, I swear. Is that tiny little thing the door? That is indeed the door. Okay, so some lights or something would have been nice there, but luckily I found it, so no worries. And lava right next to the doorway. That is a terrible, terrible idea. I don't know why you would do that. Is that to trap people? Is this even a door? It is a door. Okay, you gotta keep in mind, man, people are gonna literally get burned and die by that lava. Okay, so this is the core room. Got some more lava in here. Keep in mind that lava isn't the only thing that makes a yellowish, reddish glow. There's also a crystal now that does the same thing. So it's also much less burny to deathy, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see, got one camera, two cameras. Don't tell me you have two cameras that are overlapping. Okay, and probably the same thing here. Yep. So yeah, you have two cameras in each wing. You only need one. Just a quick heads up. Looks like it's one. Yeah, one is just right in front of the other. So yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and give this thing a little fly around. Alright, so it looks like he has a shield supply beam computer in here and a cannon computer. You know, it's actually not as nimble as I was hoping it would be. And that's kind of the thing when you get designs like this, where a lot of the ship's design is actually sort of a cowling or just winglets, is you're adding a lot of mass, but you're not giving yourself room to add systems, so your ship won't be as efficient as it could be. Now, obviously, if it's just going to be an aesthetic build, then that doesn't really matter. But for something like this, where it's called a starfighter, you know, you kind of want it to be a little more nimble than it currently is, because it really does feel kind of sluggish. So I would consider maybe you could add, let's see, let me grab the build mode here. I think you could kind of add in some more engines here, kind of have it flow like out from here and then kind of extend, you know, out into more of a curve. And then I guess you could match this angle too if you wanted, but just kind of something to add in some more thrust at least, maybe some thrust and some power as well. So definitely something you can kind of add to the design of your ship just to help round it out a little more as a fighter or scout ship or whatever it actually is. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a quick weapons test. What I normally do is I will shoot the penetration block and, or sorry, penetration target, which basically just judges how far in, how much, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It will just test the penetration of the weapon systems. So some ships have a lot, others not so much, because it all depends on how you lay out your actual weapons. So let's give this one a shot. So not bad. I wasn't expecting the cannons way out in the sides. That is a solid amount. Let's see, that is about 26-ish blocks. That's pretty solid. I'm gonna go ahead and take another shot at it here, just because I don't know if I hit all of them there at once. So check it again. Even less this time actually, but so alright, so around 25, 26. So pretty good. Let's check out the amount of damage it'll do. Each one of these shield targets has 10,000 shields, which is kind of a nice round number between a large ship and a small ship. Kind of lets you test it out for each. So obviously since it's cannons, it's going to be very slow rate of fire, but that's just kind of how it works. And his power's gone. All right. So I don't think he actually broke the shields. What's this thing sitting at? About 50% power. So not bad. I'd like to see something a little more quick firing for something that's a fighter. Yeah, not too bad. And then we got a shield supply beam. Oh, look at that, just go all the way up. So I just gave all of my shields to the shield target, so that was pretty cool. So that's the first time I've done that, so that was pretty neat. And yeah, overall, the ship has some potential, but there are definitely some improvements that can be made to it. I think at this point, you need to focus less on your detailing and more on the overall form and shape of your ships, because you're doing all right on detailing. I see a lot of Dalmont mimicry and Raven as well, because those guys have similar build styles, and so a lot of people kind of try and mimic that, which is fine, no problem there. Yeah, definitely try and focus more on the form of your shapes first, and then you can focus in on the details later on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and switch on to the second ship. Alright, so the second ship of the day is going to be the Andoram, which was submitted to me by Jack2, although they also go by the name of, I believe it was Arc on YouTube, so I'm not sure which one of those you want, but one of those. And I didn't enter in the name correctly, which is a bummer. Sorry about that, just trying to refigure out this load command. Okay, so I can tell you already that you could use some wedges right inside of these engines. It's very vivid already from what I can see. Definitely. So you have some wedge work in here, but you need some of those engines just to kind of get them squared away or rounded out, if you will. This is a very compact design. Huh. It's you can almost call it cute, because like it's really stubby and you just want to grab it and shake it around. Because that's what you do with cute things, I guess. You should shake them, right? That's right, right? You shake cute things? Okay, anyway, back to the matter at hand. This is this is interesting, because it's almost boxy in a generic way. Well, I mean, it is kind of. I like it though. I mean, well, yeah, it's interesting. It needs some more wedge work though, I will tell you that. You've got some, but you just need a little bit more in some areas. That's not terrible. See, something like that is tricky to get right. Which corners might be your friend there? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, it's not too bad. Like, it could just use some polishing, I think. Got some potential. I believe this was, yeah, he had mentioned, or sorry, they had mentioned, because I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure it's saved it. He had mentioned that this was part of a Crimson Fleet, I think is what he's calling it. So that definitely comes out in the black and red color scheme. So let's go ahead and see if we can. Let's see. I can't get over this thing. It's just like it's all cute and that's like the weirdest thing to call a ship, but it is. It's just a little bitty. It's like it's trying to be something bigger, but it just can't. All right, so let's try and find that door, huh? All right, so that way I can get inside and check that out. And yes, there's a turret. I don't know. Some people want me to try out all the turrets. I don't usually spend much time on turrets because I just like to consider them aesthetically, rather than doing the whole, you know, load in things and all that stuff. But you guys can let me know what you want, I guess. If you do in fact want me to test turrets, then I'll figure something out with that. You could use some wedges over there and right there. There's the door. That's what I'm looking for. All right, and it's open. All right then. Was there even a door? Hang on. Is there a door here? There is not a door here. It's just open to the air. Okay. Or open to the not air. Okay, so inside, got a big, the stairs. Okay, I was afraid that was a desk. Yeah, we'll go down first. How about that? All right, and down to a giant crystal thingy. Interesting. Got some doors here, 2 stairs. That's an interesting way to do a door. As is this. Okay, here's the core room. Not bad. I would definitely say you could add in some more colors just to break up the flatness of the kind of the texture that you've developed inside of here. Because, you know, if everything is just black and then lights, well, even if you just did more lights, it would help. But it's very, very flat because I just look up and there's not much variation to it. So I would say that's something that you can definitely do to improve that. Looks like missiles, cannons, pulse, and cannon again. Why is that one not? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so before I hop in there, I want to check out the rest of the ship. So let's see where this goes down here. Alright, down to a big cube of cannons. Okay. And then a lava wall, because apparently everybody needs a lava wall. What is with people putting lava in ships where you can easily just walk into it? I mean, yeah, it looks cool, I'll give you that, but like it's very dangerous. That's a big safety hazard. You'd at least like put some glass in front of it or something. Alright, let's head up to that other place. You use a lot of checkerboard designs, it seems. Because you had that in the door and then also there in that stairwell. Yeah, the interior could definitely use some more work, but overall the exterior it's just a really interesting kind of unique shape. I haven't seen many ships that look quite like this. Alright, so we got a decent little cockpit in here. Not bad. I would just like to give a shout out to Kupu because he makes freaking amazing game textures. So yeah, that needs to be said. All right, yeah, you could use some more wedging, glass, and hull-alike, but not a bad bridge. Okay, well, it is a little. I feel like you could throw in like maybe another like a nav and a comm station or something. It's a little plain right behind the seat because like you've got decent work up here. I'd try and focus more on computers rather than just tubes. So that way it actually looks like they can use the different stations in front of them. Let's go ahead and head on to the core. I think I've run around enough because I'm pretty sure I've seen everything. Okay, so here we go into the core, and let's see. Alright, decent sized docking on this thing. It's just kind of like such short, stubby little wings. Stubby, short, stubby. S's and SH's, I'm telling you. Alright, let's just test the thing out. Let's see how many cameras you got. 1 camera. Wow, only one camera. Alright. I mean, hey, when it works, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I'd definitely say wedge up those engines at the back. Maybe try and add in some more variation back there a little bit. It's kind of having the same problem with the, especially on the bottom. Having the same problem as you have on the interiors. It's just with one color, it becomes very bland. So let's see. You do have a jump drive, so I'm not going to use that, at least not yet. I got a cannon and missiles. All right, so let's test out these cannons first. So come in here nice and close. Now, with this thing's size, I hope it packs quite a punch. We'll find out. Alright, that was just one click. I usually only do one click on the penetration test. And only a couple blocks, so that means that they're all linked together. Usually if you get high penetration, that means that you have a lot of different cannons, or they're all like stacked behind each other. So when you only get a little bit like that, it means you're going to have like more powerful hits usually, but it's not going to go as deep into a ship. So let's go ahead and test that with the shields here. Good constant rate of firepower though. Looks like it's taking on shields pretty quickly. Not bad for a ship this size. So now let's finish off this thing. Now that the shields are gone, with one of these missiles. 2 nice quick missiles there, and it's gone. I don't know if those are... Oh man, that is a huge... That's got to be a Herc missile. A Hercules missile, whatever they're actually officially called. Because yeah, that was a pretty big blast radius. Very nice big chunk out of the water target. So yeah, the weapons are fairly capable on this thing. Could use a little bit of polish with the interior for sure, and a little bit of the exterior. With something like this, like you got these nice big pockets in front, I feel like you could maybe turn those into like some pretty sweet intakes or something like that. I mean, I know you've kind of got some here already, but it's just a nice blank space that you could do something with. And that's not to say that blank spaces aren't good, but that particular spot I feel like is a good opportunity to use something there. So we're moving on to the third ship. Hope you guys like this one. Down the links are down below. So third ship, here we go. All right, the third ship of the day is going to be the Nebula G2 armed yacht, which was sent in by Xeno9141. All right, so right off the bat, are those propellers? You have propellers. Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to like this one. So in fact, let's go ahead and get out of the HUD and check out this baby. Very nice looking ship. Excellent use of both details and negative space. Man, some people just get it, and some have a harder time with it than others, but that's fine. Okay, anyway, so I'm really liking it so far. I'm not entirely sure as to what the purpose of the vessel is, but obviously with it being called a armed yacht, I'm guessing it's just a very capable luxury ship. So, you know, you can cruise through the depths of space without having to worry about things like pesky pirates or peasants or taxpayers or I don't know, anything weird like that. Yeah, I'm really liking the contrast between the smooth detailed, or well, not details, the smoothness of the plates, which still have details on them yet, and then the contrast of that with the much more detailed kind of inner workings, or you know, the non-armored sections. So really nice job doing that, kind of mixing up the two. Found a pretty good balance with it as well. And hey, look, doors. So now I know where they're at. I'm not sure if there's like a little hangar in here or anything, like for a longboat or whatever you would actually want to call it. Looking like the weapon systems are going to be pretty decent on this thing though. Not sure what everything is, but hey, they're details. You're not really supposed to know what everything is. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily to say that you shouldn't, but that a lot of times you don't. However, you got some wiring in here, which is good. See some of that, some piping or cabling or wiring, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, like I said, some very nice use of details, but there's still that balance of, you know, negative space or more simple details versus the more complex ones. So really nice job with that. I think I'm going to go ahead and head inside. But yeah, so far really liking it. These tiny little winglets back here, pretty nice. I almost feel like those could be spaced out further apart from each other, but they do work there, don't get me wrong. But it just looks like tiny little angel wings is like the first thing I thought of. So that's kind of why I had the chuckle there. But yeah, they could almost go out to where kind of these this ribbed section is, but that's totally designer's choice. Like I said, it does not look bad. It looks good. But just one thing you might consider, maybe. Alright, so let's go ahead and head inside and see what this baby has in store. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and activate this. And the door. Head inside. No logic, but that's okay, because that shouldn't be expected. It's just a nice treat when you have logic. Alright, got some display modules with nothing in them. I wonder if maybe it was a symmetry thing and the other one does, or maybe it doesn't transfer the words? No, that's not the case. Anyway, focusing not on the display modules, a nice interior, yeah. He did a good job with the windows, because with how the walls are, it makes it feel more open because they expand out. Pretty good color choice. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Like, it's something feels a little bit off about it. Not anything really essential. Just something like maybe you could use a little more color variation in this one wall. Even if it was just like a pillar or something, just at like one, maybe two. It's just, you know, one tiny little thing that would kind of help flesh it out a little bit. Like I said, I don't know. There's just something that feels a little bit off. I can't quite put my finger on it. But overall, not a bad design choice. Looks pretty good. Got some couches. Yeah, gotta love the couches. All right, let's go ahead and head into whatever this mystery room is. It's a computer room with computers. I don't know. I thought they were systems, but no, they're just computers. Okay, so we'll head out of that room. And I'm wondering if this is the same thing. It is. Okay. So, down which way? Down which way? The core's right there. We'll go down this way. How about that? I bet there's some cool stuff down here. See, oh yeah, see, this is a good job. Yeah, you got that, like, you know, pillar thingies to break up the wall. Nice job. More no data rooms. Alright, quarters, which is probably going to be all of these. But do we have any, like, master suites in here? I mean, it's a yacht. You gotta have, like, one really sweet room somewhere in here. Oop, that's the vacuum space. Okay. Alright, so, yeah. Oh, I was going to mention maybe windows, but this is the lower level, so I guess you wouldn't necessarily need windows. That's the core. Okay, well, that works. Nice, using the little catwalks. Cool. Where do I want to go next? oh, okay, here's the cheap seats, or cheap beds. I don't know if those are supposed to be shelves or really, really uncomfortable beds. They're probably shelves. Nobody freak out, because those are obviously beds. I know that. But yeah, nice. See, that's a cool thing about like civilian builds like this, is where you can kind of show off, you know, where it becomes apparent where there's like class differences. And here's the engine room, I bet, or something like it, which goes to, oh, yep, some sort of, yeah, there we go. I told you there'd be a little hangar thing. So, yep, that's that. And yeah, that's gotta be an engine. All right, so there's actually two hangars. Very nice. Just something you can, you know, take your little dinghy or whatever in and out of while you cruise around space in your well-armored space yacht. All right, more cheap seats. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, there was the there's this whole place back here. Let's find out what's back this way. It's a giant door into the same place that I was just in. What about up here? Is this supposed to be an elevator? I have no idea. Oh, okay. Well, this is cool. Where does this go? I have not been to... Oh, yeah, this is that... okay. This is that dining room or whatever that I saw from out there. Nice lights. I like those. That's good, because it actually, you know, looks like it's held into the wall. It's not just stuck in the wall or anything like that. It looks like an actual lamp. Nice job. Oh, and the kitchen. Oh, nice kitchen. Solid. Yes, I will make my delicious meals here. I don't know why I'm doing a bad French accent. To any French people watching, I apologize profusely. My French accent has always been awful, and I have been very mean to your people because I make fun of them all the time. So there's that. Anyway, here we go. Up to the bridge. Up to, oh, there's like a viewing deck up here for apparently everyone to watch. That's interesting. I don't know if I would want to have like a bunch of civvies up in my deck. Well, I guess you're a yacht captain, so that's kind of going to be expected. Lots of people sitting up here going ooh and ah and all that good stuff. Meanwhile, the captain's up here like, yes, I shall pilot my wonderful yacht. Oh man, we should go play tennis at Wimbledon or something. I don't know. Whatever rich people do. They get all snobby and drink tea and stuff. I don't know. When I get rich, I'll tell you guys what rich people do. But hasn't happened yet. And probably won't, but that's okay. So I apologize if I missed something, but it is about time that I need to be getting in the core and getting the stats for you guys, which you already saw, but in real time, that hasn't happened yet. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so I did see pretty much everything. Oh, see, I missed this room. Oh, there's a pool table. Nice pool table. Oh, that's funny. I remember the time that I built a pool table. It wasn't in a ship, it was on a planet, but still. Very cool to be able to do that because, you know, rich people and doing stuff. By the way, these are like all super first-class chairs. Oh man, look at those. Okay, so what else do we got here? More couches, got a nice little lounge and a glass table. Very cool. How did I miss this? I don't know. I just did. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's everything inside. Yes. Alright, so let's give this baby a spin. Here we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, that's better. Only one camera. Alright. I would like to see, with a ship that looks as good as this, especially because it's like a luxury thing, I wouldn't mind seeing some different cameras. Maybe something like up here-ish. Well, even like here. Wait, where was the other camera? Yeah, even like something up here would be cool. You know, just to sort of give you a shot of the ship itself. I don't think... I'm a sucker for offside cameras too. Maybe like something like that even. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and fly around. Very agile. Well, okay, I shouldn't say very. It turns quite well. The thrust is not bad. It could be a little bit better, but it's pretty solid. Because, you know, once you get up to about this size, which was a decent size. It's not huge though. Yeah, I would like to see a little more thrust in here, make it a little bit more agile, but it's a yacht, so, you know, it's not going to be super nimble. Anyway, what do we got here? We got a missile computer. That'll wait for later. Overdrive, and a damage beam computer. Let's try this baby out. So no cannons. That's kind of surprising. Not in a bad way, because everybody and their mother does cannons. I always do cannons, so no, it's nice to see something different. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Alright, that was one click because it used everything at once, or that's how it's designed. I have no idea because I still haven't caught up on the weapon systems. Got about 3 blocks of penetration with that one click. And that's all that it does, I guess. Okay. So then how about these missiles? Because those have got to be pretty good. Actually, let's see what this does to the shields first. 4% shields, so nothing too crazy. Let's see what this missile will do to it. Ooh. That was cool. 20%. That totally got roasted by that other missile. Good grief. Okay. So it's not super powerful because this is just an overdrive or something. Anyway, yeah, it's for being in the title that it's an armed yacht. I mean, yes, it is technically armed, but it's not super strong. So I would like to see maybe a little more powerful, at least laser or some form of primary weapon, because the laser takes a while to recharge too. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, it's a great build though, don't get me wrong. I'm just thinking specifically weapon systems. But yeah, this has been the Nebula G2 Armed Yacht. So that pretty much sums it up for me because I do about 3 ships an episode. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to check out the description down below because that is where all the download links for all these ships will be. So if you liked them, you can grab them from there because they're all publicly available, and hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe, because I do plenty more like this. I'm trying to do these about once a week, and then I do a bunch of other videos on the side. So anyway, thanks again, guys, and hope you have a good one.